Hey guys, this is Rurouni K95 and welcome to the 2023 edition of my DVD and Blu Ray collection library video series. Because last time we already take a look back at the 2000 in my previous video I did. We're going to take a look at the the category movie popular films from the late 70s to the early 80s, because I know a lot of you want to check it out, because I wanted to pick some movies that are more popular. Just to give you a little way for this as well, because I picked some movies that are more popular in the mainstream from the late 70s to the early 80s on here, because I know a lot of you want to check it out as well, because I've been literally getting into something that are more popular as well, because I have more different types as well. Just to give a little more leaps and bounds kind of thing from what I learned as well. So let's dive right into this, today on the Physical Media Video Library Series. Welcome back. In this brand new video, we're going to be showcasing some movies from the late 70s to the early 80s. Usually to the point out of where I have a good proper way of how I wanted to come by for movies that came out in the late 70s, early 80s. Starting with this, because I couldn't find Grease on VHS anywhere, but pretty soon upgraded to the Blu-ray at one point. But for right now, we'll just do like these as well, because we're doing the late 70s, early 80s category for today as well. For the most part as well, because I have been doing a lot of previous videos that I have been recently done in the past days, but this is going to take the cake for this video. The first one here I have right here on DVD, and this is the special edition DVD from Anchor Bay Entertainment, Dawn of the Dead. This has been a long time since I've already saw this movie. Like, literally so many times, which I remembered, though. However, this has the music by The Goblins, who worked with Dario Argento, because Dario Argento is an Italian director who worked on Suspiria, Opera, Demons 1 and 2, many of his works that Dario Argento is known for. This DVD is also presented in 16:9 anamorphic widescreen presentation on this DVD, and this also has the comic book preview on here. However, this DVD is presented and mastered with DiviMax high definition film transfer process for the state-of-the-art picture quality on this DVD release from Anchor Bay, which is before Blu-rays came 2 years later in 2006, though. Yeah. However, the disc on the DVD, on the other hand, this is the US theatrical version, although there is the Italian version, which is known as Zombie E, which is spelled with an I on it, which is the Dario Argento version. Yeah, because it was not just a sequel to George A. Romero's 1968 movie, Night of the Living Dead, because just considering how more sublime feel at the specific movies like Zombie 2, Cannibal Holocaust, which the movie Cannibal Holocaust was directed by Ruggero Deodato, who is an Italian director who worked on The Last Cannibal World and Raiders of Atlantis also as well. This explains why on this booklet, this came with a booklet on here. Yeah, this booklet, how, especially for what George A. Romero and Dario Argento had a lot to do for this movie, though, of all their satiric feeling for whenever they worked for this movie, though. So, yeah, it just explains, though, because this is how he wanted to come by for how, just considering this movie has the music by The Goblins with Dario Argento in this version, though, because, you know, just in case to give you a word of this, Dario Argento is an Italian director who worked on Today It's Me, Tomorrow It's You, which is one of the one of the Bud Spencer movies with the Japanese actor from Seven Samurai or something. Yeah, it's in a spaghetti western movie from the 60s on here, which I think Dario Argento worked on that. Yeah, because this is how it has got to the case of, well, because, you know, I have realized that, and also I think I'm basically introduced to Italian directors like Ruggero Deodato and Dario Argento. That's why. Another movie I have right here on DVD, and I think this is part of the collector's edition DVDs, that is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is the 1978 film movie on here. However, this DVD has the director's commentary by Philip Kaufman on here, and this has a lot of special features on this DVD, though, because... However, this DVD is presented in 16:9 anamorphic widescreen on this one as well, because I just wanted to realize as well, in case you're wondering, though, is that this has disc 1 on this version, though, because, well, disc 1 has the movie. Oh. I hate how they have these disc holder things broken off and they fall off and all. It's so annoying. But anyways, however, disc 2 has the special features on this one. Yeah, because we're taking a look at some popular movies on there. Well, we'll get to the anime ones and the under popular films in the next video when I cover 1988 and 95 that I got them planned as well. However, another movie I have right here on DVD, and I haven't watched this movie because it's one of those Martin Scorsese film collection series I have on DVD, The Last Waltz, because I think I got this DVD was given to me as a gift on my, I believe it was my birthday back in 2009, which I think I remembered. Yeah, because this has the 2 audio commentary by the directors and the musicians. And this has some rare unseen footage that was included on the bonus special features on here. And this has the behind the scenes featurette. And this movie is presented in 16:9 anamorphic widescreen on this DVD of The Last Waltz, though. Yeah, because I need to watch this movie at one point, though. However, I do have another movie I have right here on VHS, and this is probably a Hollywood video copy, and that is Alien, which is the first movie directed by Ridley Scott. Yeah, this is a Hollywood video copy on the VHS, though, because this was sold at Hollywood Video, because they were selling off a lot of their older things, though. Here's the tape on here, because as you notice, there's these Hollywood Video sticker label on here, because this was, I think I really easily bought this at Hollywood Video, because they were selling off a lot of their older things on VHSs at the time as well, because it was the dawn of the Blu Ray sales in 2006, that's why. So they were selling away those older VHS tapes at the time, because... But then again, just considering Blu Rays have better quality than VHSs were in these parts as well. However, the first Alien movie is available on Blu-ray, but it's part of the Alien Quadrilogy set as well. Another movie I have right here on VHS that I got also right here, and this has been a long time since I've seen this, which I have right here, is The Black Stallion on VHS, which I've already shown you before on my previous videos also as well, in case you want to notice. However, I do have another movie I have right here on DVD, and this is the director's cut version. The Warriors. Yeah, this is the director's cut version of the movie on here, because this DVD has the introduction by the director, Walter Hill, in this movie, though, because I never knew that this has the director's introduction on the DVD, though. And this has some 4 featurettes on this DVD, and this has presented it in 16:9 anamorphic widescreen on this DVD, though. This movie, The Warriors, was rated R for violence and language. Okay. Yeah, this movie is about your typical gang from Coney Island, New York, wanted to make their way to, when they were accused of killing Cyrus, which they never did. And these other rival gangs wanted to have a conflict fight with the Warriors, but especially for whenever they made this movie, though, because, you know, just even though I've already done a movie review on the Warriors a while back, and I did a revisit review on the Warriors. If you haven't seen it, feel free to check it out if you haven't seen those, and also the original video as well, because this explains why, because, you know, the Warriors has started to become a cult classic, and this is the reason why I'm getting into these movies that have considering a cult classic. That's why. Let's see. Whereas Ralph Bakshi's Fritz the Cat may be a cult classic, the Warriors could be part of, you know, your parents' generation, though. Like, if you ever grew up watching this movie when it was on television back in the 80s on here, this DVD never has deleted scenes. However, there is another edition of The Warriors on DVD, which is the old 2000 DVD release, without the comic book transitions, or how they put it in these director's cut versions of the movie, though, because if you want to watch a version that you want to get, I highly recommend you if you could look for the original theatrical version of the film. And not only that, there is also another version of The Warriors on a UK DVD release, but with a different song instead of Nowhere to Run in the which is in the European version on DVD, which is the UK import on DVD, by the way. Not only you had 2 versions, but you got 3 versions, which is the European version, though, because I just wanted to come by for the most part of the reason, though, in case if you all notice of how, if I could remember all this as well, because I have wanted to come by for picking movies that are more good and more popular in the mainstream popularity on here, like how I've been wanting to come by, like most movie collectors have them. You know, like how I've been learning how to do this as well, because this is particularly of how, this just given in the reason of how you wanted to do this as well. Yeah, because, however, there is another version of The Warriors on VHS back in the early 80s, which is the old Paramount home video release, which is the older VHS tape release on here, which is like either 1979 or 1980. However, this movie could be on the surpass between other Paramount movies like Saturday Night Fever, but The Warriors, this has gotten a lot of the attention the most during the last days of the disco era as well, because, you know, because disco is going downhill, that's why. For the most part of this as well, because, however, this DVD has the disc on here, which I'm gonna show you as well. And this is a 2006 Paramount Home Entertainment release on DVD, which is this classic film on here. And I think I watched this movie once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times, and I had to rewatch the original, the actual cut version of this movie when I did a revisiting video review on the Warriors. Because it turns out I've seen this movie like 4 times though, because no matter how good this movie is as well, because I just wanted to come by for that. And another movie I have right here on DVD, and this is another one I still have yet to watch, and this is another one that I have right here. Because we're into the early 80s category, because we finished off in the late 70s. We're in the early 80s category, because I have like 4 movies on DVD. Well, I got 3 of them, and I got 1 on Blu Ray though. This movie I have right here on DVD, and that is The Watcher in the Woods. However, this movie is presented in 16:9 anamorphic widescreen on this DVD though. However, this movie stars Bette Davis, Carol Baker, David McCallum, Lynn Holly Johnson, Kyle Richards, Ian Benin, Richard Pascoe in that one. However, the music is composed and conducted by Stanley Myers. Yeah, never heard of that composer. However, this movie is produced by Ron Miller. And this is directed by John Huff in that one. If I cannot pronounce his last name, though. However, this is an 83-minute movie. However, but on the other hand, this movie on DVD features the legendary Academy Award Oscar winner actress Bette Davis, who is known for Jezebel, which is the 1938 movie, and Dangerous, which is the 1935 movie. Yeah, because, however, this DVD has alternate endings on here, which is interesting, which is only on the special features on this DVD release, though. However, this is a 2004 Walt Disney Home Entertainment release on here. This comes in a slipcover, which you don't find very often, though. Yeah, this is the older Disney DVD release on there. But inside, we just got these, just as usual, the Disney movie rewards on there. Inside the older DVDs. I don't know why I had to get these, though. Like, literally, I have those as well. You know, because, yeah, that's the Disney movie rewards on there. Buy Disney DVDs, CDs, and Blu-rays, or see movies at the theater. Go online and enter the magic code and get points, and earn your way to exciting rewards. Oh yeah, especially if you ever go into the Disney Movie Rewards Club on here. It's how this is just basically how. If you get all of these, and you could go to the rewards club on here. That's just simple, though. If you want to earn some points, if you can get cool stuff on here. Yeah, because I just wanted to come by for this as well, because I just wanted to get to know for the fact accordingly for this as well. And you wanted to know for that. Another movie I have right here on Blu-ray, and I think I got this half-price books, because this has gotten to my journey of how I started to be getting into the Blu-ray, though, and that is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. However, this movie is now available on the 4K Ultra HD release on here, and this is presented in 1080p high-definition quality on this Blu-ray. However, the special features are presented in 480p standard definition, but the movie is presented in 1080p high-definition quality, unlike the VHS quality, which is presented in 480p standard definition, though. However, this DVD has the commentary, and this has the 3 amazing featurettes, and this has the making of the documentary, which it has the optional commentary on this Blu-ray release. But, however, this also has the important notice on here inside this Blu-ray. If you could take a look at this as well. If you could read this. If you want to pause, feel free to read if you like as well. Yeah, it says, the Blu-ray is manufactured to the highest quality available. It is possible this Blu-ray disc was manufactured after your Blu-ray disc player. To ensure the best possible viewing experience, your Blu-ray disc will may need firmware and software update. Please consult your hardware manufacturer's website and for the latest firmware or software version if an upgrade is available. We suggest that you follow its installation instructions. Okay, this is inside that you don't find very often, but however, I did got this on inside this Blu-ray release. Here's the disc as well. However, there's another version of this on Blu-ray, but it's also available in the Steelbook edition as well. Another movie I got right here on DVD that I had in my DVD collection for a very long time that I wanted to do video, getting into DVD and Blu-rays, and that is New Year's Evil. This is like your typical generic 80s horror slasher film from the 80s on here, but there's some rock music in it by the music group Shadow on here. However, this is directed by Emmett Alston, and this is produced by Golden and Globus, who brought you Revenge of the Ninja, as well as Nine Deaths of the Ninja as well, accordingly. Speaking of which, this is directed by Emmett Alston, who worked on Nine Deaths of the Ninja on here. However, it's also available on Blu-ray by Kino Lorber Studio Classics. Ever since the first Blu-ray release was on Scream Factory, which is the subdivisionary label from Shout Factory on here. But this DVD is part of the MGM's limited edition collection series on DVD, though, because this is presented in 16:9 letterbox, which is the widescreen version on this DVD, though. However, because I just wanted to come by for this, because it's your typical generic slasher film of the 80s on here. One of those, if you ever want to sit down and get drunk or something, if you want to feel like you've been depressed or kill yourself and all, or something like that, I don't know. well, it's just basically, just considering the fact how but this movie, New Year's Evil, it just plays out more like a 70s cop show instead of a slasher movie, though. Yeah, because it's just, considering the fact that there are some 70s cop shows at the time as well, that's just got to my case as well. And at last, the best of the movies of the 80s on here, and this is also in THX certified on this DVD that is presented in 16:9 anamorphic widescreen, and that is Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. This DVD has the commentary by director George Lucas, and there's the DVD web link to the exclusive Star Wars content. However, this DVD is presented in anamorphic widescreen on this DVD, and this is presented in THX certified on this one. However, it's also available in the 2-disc DVD edition from 2006, which which disc 2 was never presented in THX certified, but this one's presented in THX certified as well. However, most subsequent VHS releases of Star Wars, like the 1984 CBS Fox video release of The Empire Strikes Back and the 1990 Fox video release on VHS, are the only two that were never presented in THX certified. However, the 1995 Star Wars Original Trilogy VHS release of The Empire Strikes Back was the first presented in THX certified, and same with the widescreen edition of I believe it was probably the 1997 re-release versions that are also presented in THX certified on here, because this is your DVD of Star Wars on there, which is also presented in THX certified, and this is part of the original Star Wars trilogy, if you've ever been a Star Wars fan, though, accordingly. So that's going to be it for my video for today, guys. Thank you for watching. But before we go, here's what I'm saying for this one, because I have been showcasing movies from the late 70s to the early 80s. And I just wanted to pick out some popular movies on here, because I know a lot of you want to check out some popular movies on here. Because we're progressing it to the 80s and all the way to the 90s. We're getting closer to the 2000s on here, and as well as the 2010s and the late 2020s, obviously, though, because I have a good, proper feeling of how you wanted to come by to do this accordingly, which I remember for all this as well. Hope subscribe for more content. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content if you like as well, because I've been getting into the variety of collecting hobbies on here, as well as including patches from my battle jacket as well. And I'm also literally getting into a lot of cool stuff for the hobbies of it, for the variety of it. Because I buy something for the novelty of it, because I'm getting into the variety of collecting as well. Because why not? It's a good, proper way of how you want to get into the variety of it as well. Smack the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well for more latest updates. And also be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments. And by leaving your thoughts in the comments, right in the comments section below if you like as well. Be sure to check out my Anime Planet or Analyst at your leisure, because I'm getting into Letterboxd nowadays as well. Wow, this is RuRoniK95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it, and I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Be sure to stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great day. This is RuRoniK95 signing off. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos that I got on plan for more what we have in mind. Take care.